Hey, what's up, y'all? Making this video because I found myself having to address the same kind of arguments all the time. That, I don't feel like you should be able to dismiss any argument out of hand. But if something is absurd or illogical or impossible, to argue with somebody who believes something like that it's a waste of both of your times. Because obviously that person doesn't know enough of anything to realize, that their thought process is leading them astray, that, what they believe doesn't, gel with the realm of reality, and I just want to start with the tripartite Judeo-Christian Islamic God that all three of them worship, and if you worship the God as tripartite, as omnipotent, omniscient, and benevolent, just go away. Your God does not exist. There's just no way that a God with those qualities could ever exist. For instance, if God knew everything, God would know his every action. Yeah, all you have to do is open any one of the holy books and you can see that that's wrong. You can see that the idea of free will completely contradicts that. Even if you try to say he's simply, omnipotent and benevolent, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look around and say, no, it's not. No, it's just, your God just simply can't exist. It's not a matter of debate about evidence, because as much as you argue, there will never be evidence for a square circle. Never. Right? Like, never. It's a fruitless argument. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of both parties' time. And like I said, most people's conception of God is the same as a square circle. It's not something that has to be respected. It's not even something I believe that legitimately has to be refuted amongst people who have an understanding of thought processes and logic and what's possible and what's not possible. And if your whole conception of God is wrong, the theist always makes a move to something else rather than saying maybe this is wrong. And like I said, I'm gonna make another video in more detail about this. I think most atheists are pretty much well aware of that. But I just have a problem when theists are like, you can't prove that my God doesn't exist, and yes, out of hand, you can't prove that God doesn't exist. But as soon as they give you characteristics of their God, those are fair game to attack. Their holy book lists characteristics, and their own, their mind has its own set of characteristics which they believe their creator has, or what have you. And those things are fair game, and they can almost always be used to not only prove that there's no reason to believe in this God, but that there never could be a reason to believe in this God, because this God could never exist. And so give me some feedback. Let me know if y'all are actually interested in that, because I know my viewers are mostly atheists. So if y'all already are aware of those kind of contradictions, which like I said, I think a lot of you are, just let me know so I can save myself some time. So alright, y'all, peace.